Now, 16 operations to save his arm have left him barely able to use it. Now he's having surgery to try to give him back some normal movement.
The unusual aim of today's operation is to make Alex's 12-inch scars even longer, which his plastic surgeon hopes will give him more flexibility.
The main purpose is to increase the length in order for him to have a better range of motion without causing him distress.
The team may have to use artificial skin or take a graft of his own skin to relieve the tension in his arm.
I'm just getting rid of most of the old scar, and once I can excise the scar, then you can see everything open up. Then you can decide what exactly is the best way.
After close inspection, Mr. Ho-Asjoe thinks that today's operation might be easier than he'd originally thought.
So there's not a lot of skin lengthening we need to do, and therefore I don't think using the artificial skin is going to be of great benefit as of this moment. He may still need it in the future.
Mr. Ho-Asjoe is going to perform an operation called a Z-Plasty. He'll make 2 new incisions, one on either side of the scars on the front and back of Alex's arm, cutting a Z shape into each.
His arm is as straight as it can be, and there's no tight band, so therefore we now lengthen the scar.
Alex's 2 wounds have been stitched up. If it's worked, he should be able to straighten his arm for the first time in 5 years.
With the tension having been taken out of the front and the back of the arm, it should allow me to move the shoulder further back. I can't move it right back at the moment because they've just operated under my arm and it's quite tender. But that would just alter the whole way that I walk, stand, just things that you wouldn't even give the time of day for and think about.
This was Alex's 16th operation on his arm.
Alex, you had stitches removed before?
Yes.
Many times.
Hundreds.
But it doesn't make it any less painful. His new Z-shaped scar has been left and is easy to see.
Okay, so that's that.
The scarring looks a lot tidier, especially the big lumpy bit that there was at the bottom, and that's where I was getting most of the discomfort from. Still quite tight around here, but I think there's partly bruising and swelling going down. That'll take some time.
Now what we want to do is massage that area to work on increasing the movement so it doesn't get really tight like you felt when the stitches were in, and also to keep this scar nice and supple, and also to decrease blood circulation. Sensitivity is the biggie. Just lean on your left arm, good arm, okay, and you're just letting your arm swing like that, okay, like a pendulum.
Now I can feel it pulling on the back of the arm. Hopefully there's not as much tension in there and I'll have a much freer range of movement on the arm, and I'll be able to do things that I haven't been able to do for a long time. Who knows? Only time will tell.
Well, we've spoken to Alex since he went home, and he says his arm is much more flexible than before, and he's at last getting a better night's sleep. He's now enjoying a well-earned rest on holiday in the West Country.